The COVID-19 pandemic is not just a supply chain disruption. It is more than an economic crisis. It's a global supply chain crisis that has caused widespread panic and chaos. And it could be the final nail in the coffin for just-in-time global supply chains, which have been on life support since the financial crisis of 2007 and 8, and their near collapse from the tsunami damage to Japanese manufacturing in 2011. Now, after the most recent global supply chain disruption, many companies are considering shifting manufacturing closer to their customers, and this may never change back. The disruption of supply chains due to COVID-19 has been massive. It has forced companies to rethink the very nature of the global supply chain and the role of China in it. In the past few years, we have seen a global trade war between China and the US, but now it has gone cold. Now, countries across the world are focusing on bringing back their supply chains from China. This is because of increased dependency on Chinese imports during the COVID-19 pandemic. The recent developments may have a long-lasting impact on global supply chains and reshape them for years to come. Apart from the global economic war between USA and China, in the past few weeks, companies have looked to their supply chains for help. As demand has dropped off a cliff, supply chains have been key to managing cash flow by cutting costs and optimizing inventory levels in the face of plummeting revenues. Companies are saving money by furloughing employees and cutting capital expenditures, but this will not be enough. To survive the crisis, most companies will need to go back to basics and thoroughly re-engineer their supply chains. This is especially true for companies operating global supply chains. Globalization was already under attack before COVID-19 hit, but the current crisis will accelerate this trend and significantly change how global supply chains operate in the long term. In many cases, they will become less global. The immediate problem is that borders are closing around the world as countries turn inward and prioritize domestic needs. This is disrupting both physical products moving in international trade and digital products such as software moving across the internet. The longer-term issue is that globalization was an overloaded concept even before COVID-19 struck. It encompassed everything from global value chains to global services platforms to global ecosystems to global talent pools, all of which are now being questioned. The pandemic-driven volatility in global markets is likely to be the most disruptive force that supply chains have seen in decades, if not ever. A recent study by the World Economic Forum found that 35% of global supply chain leaders surveyed reported significant disruptions to their supply chains as a result of COVID-19. More than half, 56%, said they are experiencing moderate disruptions, and only 9% said they have not been impacted at all. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Also, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.